So me and Isaac have come today to the Abyss Aquatics in Stockport. We're going to go inside and check it out. See you in a minute. So hi, good morning and welcome to day 14. Today is weigh-in day. This is going to be excellent. Right, so I am currently sat outside McDonald's. My arch enemy. Anyway, don't worry though, I have brought my Huel with me. So Isaac's having his breakfast. What are you eating, Isaac?
Cheeseburger, hot cheeseburger.
Hot cheeseburger, sausage and egg muffin. Yeah. So Isaac's having his breakfast. I've got my Huel. Isaac's got his sugary orange juice. It's all good. So I've avoided that. Brilliant. Anyway, so we're off out today. We're going to go and find some fish shops, aren't we? And find some bits and pieces. Yeah. So we're going to go shopping in a minute, and we're going to go try and find some plants for my fish tank because it's long overdue.
I want my plants and my house, sea house.
And your sea house?
No, sea house.
Tree house?
Yeah.
Oh, it's tree house. I thought it was an ear sticking out, but it's a label. This one is definitely an ear sticking out. What is going on with this? If you're wondering, Isaac has a slight obsession with Henry Hoover vacuum cleaners. Don't you?
No.
Isaac?
Yeah?
Who's on your hat?
Henry.
Henry? You eat your burger. Absolutely demolishing it. Definitely takes after his dad. Anyway, so we are now going to go. So I'm going to go and drive to where we're going to. Why am I even saying that? I'm going to drive to where I'm going to. Well, it's obvious I'm going to be driving to where I'm going to. I'm sat in the car. Anyway, we're off, aren't we? Yeah? Right, so we're going to go. Catch you all later. So, right, me and Isaac have finally come back. We've been to the fish shop and I've decided to finally get some inspiration. Now, I do have this big 9-foot tank in my lounge. It's 9 foot by 2.5 foot high by 2.5 foot wide. It actually runs right through to the kitchen. You might be able to see on the other side there. You can just about see the kitchen on the other side. At the moment, it's looking a bit cloudy because I have just spent the past 15-20 minutes cleaning all of the glass. So all the glass is nice and clean on the inside. I'm going to start aquascaping it in a minute. I've got some of these roots going on, so I'm going to put all of them in, like a little bit of a centerpiece in the middle. Fish keeping has been my main hobby, and I've had it for, well, a long time now. I'm trying to think now when I first kind of had my first fish tank. When I say my first fish tank, it was my mum and dad's fish tank, and then I slowly populated it with fish that I wanted. It was like a hexagonal thing we had in the front room. Wasn't that big. I think it was like 2 foot across at the most. Probably held about 120 litres. I can't honestly remember that much about it. It was that long ago. We are talking at the time when I was like 9 or 10 maybe. I'm currently 35, so it's been a long time. Anyway, this tank has been a dream of mine for years, to actually have a big see-through, hole-in-the-wall tank kind of style, but also a big tank as well. Like I said, this is 9 foot by 2.5 foot by 2.5 foot. It's roughly about 1400 litres of water inside there. By comparison, if you don't know how many millilitres that is, let's say a bathtub holds 80 litres. There you go. So 80 litre bathtub, and then you've got this thing with like 1400 litres in it. By the time you've got the sump in it as well, there's a sump underneath there. Now the sump, what the purpose of that is, that's a filter. So all the water falls over the top, goes through the filter and back out the other side. I'm not going to go over that today, and I'm actually saving this for a future vlog, but I'm just going to quickly touch on it today because I've decided that, you know, now's the time. I'm going to throw some plants in. I've got some little baby discus that I'm going to, hopefully they're going to fill out a bit more. I said the plan is that I want to get this mainly a discus-based tank, and yeah, so that's where I'm going. So I'm going to go and try and get some of this bits done now. It's currently 10 to 8, so I'm going to try and get the centerpiece done, and I want to get the plants in the tank tonight because I'm working tomorrow, so I won't be able to deal with the plants tomorrow day. So I don't really want to leave them out. So I'm going to get them all in and sorted, and then we shall go from there. So we'll catch you in a minute. So okay, I've just finished sticking that Christmas moss to the pieces of wood. So what I've had to do is I've had to string and drill some of the pieces of wood together, and I'll just quickly show you if anybody really wants to know. So this piece we've got up here right now, one with the moss on it, is actually two pieces. So you've got the main piece, which is going up, and then also got the top piece, which I'm using for a tree. So the idea is that this eventually will get turned over. Hang on. So that will get turned over and then the moss will be facing upright. At this moment in time, I'm just waiting for the air to leave the wood, so it'll actually start sinking down a bit better. What I've had to do, as you can't easily see on there, what I had to do was where these two pieces of wood meet, I ended up drilling a 19mm hole, which was just about the same size as that trunk. I threaded it through. I then drilled through both of them, and I've ended up threading fishing line through it. You can't easily see it, but there is fishing line on there. Now that's the same again as well for this one. So where you've got these are actually 3 pieces of wood into one big piece. So the idea is that big piece is going to go in the middle. And if you look, you can actually just make out where I've drilled the holes. And you can see the fishing thread going through it there, just tie them together. So there's multiple points where I've ended up tying all them together. If you look as well, you can just see all the tiny little air bubbles that are on it. And as they leave, the wood will eventually start sinking down to the bottom. So yeah. So far, I'm quite happy. So as you can see, I've now just floated the rest of the plants inside the tank for now. I'm going to leave them in there until tomorrow night when I come back from work. The other pieces of wood, I'm hoping by that time as well, will have started sinking so I can position them a bit better. The tank's been bare now for a few months, so I think the fish might actually appreciate having something else in there. So, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it'll come to the end. If anybody else is actually interested, like I said, I will actually do a full video on this. I'm just going to turn this around. Do a small video a few months ago about the fish tank. Now, if you're wondering what this is here, that's a controller unit. That's actually monitoring all the water for me. It does pH on it, TDS, does loads of different things on it. If it needs to do a water change, it'll automatically control the water change for me. Also does my lighting for me, my CO2 injection. It does the air controlling for the K1 media that's in the sump. Also controls my UV lights. It does everything pretty much in that one main panel there. Beauty of it is, I don't know how many fish tanks have this, but my fish tank actually has a USB. So I can plug into it and I can then program it to do various things I want it to do. Other things that I've changed, if anybody else is aquarist out there that might actually be interested. So I've got this divide that I made myself here. That's made out of 6mm clear acrylic. So the idea of this is you can put your 4-inch filter sock and then that ends up sitting in the bottom of there. That whole unit sits down into the top of the weir, and then what happens is the water as it flows over the top ends up flowing over that. This acts as a stage 1 filtration. So these are either 200 or 100 microns filter socks, which then drop down through the pipework. Pipework then drops down to this one down here, and underneath then I've got a 50 micron sock. That then polishes it before it goes through the media. It then filters on further, goes through the rest of the K1, into the heating, and then gets pumped back up to the top. Like I said, there's 2 separate pumps that are running on this system. One's controlling the UV for me, so at night time, nothing but the main filter pump actually turns off, and then the UV pump constantly running. They're constantly running anyway throughout the day. But because of dwell time, that's how long the water is allowed to go through it to make sure it's sterilised properly. This is going to go over a whole new video in another time, but basically there's 2 pumps and they're doing 2 different jobs to make sure that the water is properly cycled all the time. Like I said, so I'm quite happy now. As I said, I've got that wood, I've got the Christmas moss glued onto that piece of wood. The idea is eventually I want it to have a nice big canopy on it. I'll throw a picture up on that now. Hopefully that's what it's going to come out like. This is basically super glue. So what I did is I used this to drizzle it onto the wood, then stick the moss onto it with that. Once I've tidied this all up, I'm gonna actually do a proper video about the fish tank one day. Like I said, it's one of my biggest hobbies. I kind of fell out of love with it because when me and Gina went away on holiday to do the Twister videos, which if you've not seen them, please go and check them out. When we came back from doing that, I'd actually purchased, before we went away on holiday, some new plants, and I bought them from somewhere I'd never bought plants from before. Now, although these plants today I have bought from a shop I've never been before either, just from speaking to the guys at Abyss, the knowledge that they had, the way that the tanks are so pristinely clean, I mean the plants look top quality as well. It's absolutely amazing. When I went in there, and I was like, why have I never even been here before? Fair, I live in Warrington, and it's Stockport to the side. But I'll tell you what, it's actually worth the drive now. I'm quite willing to go over there in the future. But after speaking to those guys, and you're looking at the plants, they've even got loaches swimming around inside the plant tanks, which a lot of other aquarium shops don't actually do that. They don't have anything in there to control snails in case there's any snails in there. But they actually do have, some kind of control measures in place just in case something comes in. But I was trying to check the plants out whilst we were standing in there. I couldn't see any eggs underneath the leaves or anything like that. I did give them a quick dip myself when I got black, just to make sure there's nothing on the back of them. It's only a quick 1-minute dip. I think that would be probably sufficient enough. But yeah, no, like I said, the plant quality is absolutely amazing from there, and I was really happy, which is why I decided to buy the plants today. I wasn't actually going there originally today to actually buy anything, but I ended up buying all this bogwood and the plants and everything else. So yeah, I was really happy with the quality of the stuff, so I think we actually might be quite good there. But yeah, no, if you're in and around South Manchester or Cheshire Way or whatever else, and you have fish, I would definitely recommend just going out there and having a look for the day. I mean, even if you wanted to take your kids along, I don't think they really mind people going along just to have a browse. I mean, like I said, there's loads of really nice tanks. They're all really kept well. The fish stocks are really, really nice. There's a 50-50 balance between marine and tropical, I'd say. The plants, like I said, are absolutely amazing. I was really happy with the plants today, and the knowledge there is really spot on. So yeah, so like I said, I've just left these plants in here for tonight. I'm going to end this video shortly, but I just wanted to give you all a quick update. So I thought this might be a little bit more interesting, rather than just talking about the Huel, which coincidentally I've not mentioned yet so far, considering this is a Huel vlog. So this is my weigh-in day. So the weigh-in today went as follows. I was expecting to lose more, to be fair, but I've lost 0.8 of a kilo, or 800 grams. I'm now at 89.2. So I was expecting to have lost a little bit more than that, but to be fair, it's still around about a kilo, which is where you're supposed to be losing that much weight, so I'm happy with that ultimately anyway. So I'm still losing the weight. Now, I don't know whether my body's rebounded a little bit. It seems to have slowed down and it's tapering off a bit again, so maybe it might start dropping down again. I remember when I was doing my military diet, pretty similar thing happened. So I lost a bit of weight, then it flattened off, it went up a little bit, and then it dropped off again, and then it kept on doing like this roller coaster thing like that, but eventually it started going down. So I don't know whether there's something similar is going to happen this time whilst I'm on this Huel diet, but you never know. So anyway, thanks very much for coming back and checking out this vlog. I know it's been very un-Huel based, but I thought maybe I was going to give you some more content to actually look at, something a bit more interesting maybe, rather than just listening to me prattle on about diets. But yeah, no, today I've had no problems with Huel at all. I've actually enjoyed it every time I've had it today. I didn't have any cereal this morning, but apart from that, no, it's been fine today. I've been no problems. I've not had any cravings today. I've not thought about any chocolate. I took Isaac to McDonald's first thing this morning, and that went without a hitch. I wasn't tempted to eat his. He'd actually ended up leaving his hash brown because he hasn't actually been that well today. But he ended up leaving his hash brown and half of his muffin. He drank most of his orange juice, but I didn't even touch his. Normally, what I would do, whatever he doesn't eat, I'll end up eating myself. So, you know, if he's left half a muffin, I'll eat the muffin myself. If he's left a hash brown, I'll end up eating the hash brown. But no, I just left it all in the bag, and you know, it's just thrown away, left with. So, I think, like I said, I've gone past the craving stage now. I think I'm doing quite well, and I'm actually enjoying the Huel on a daily basis now. So that's quite good. I'm feeling good about that. So, going on for the next 2 and a bit weeks that are left now, going up to day 30. So this is the end of day 14, but going up to day 30 now. I think, touch wood, there shouldn't be any more problems or any more shouldn't be any more hurdles left in my way. I should be all right. The entire time, by the way, I've been doing this vlog, the cat has been sat on my lap. Say hello, cat. Hello, cat. Yeah, she's not that impressed with that. So anyway, yeah, thanks very much for coming back and checking out another video. If you've enjoyed this, please make sure you leave me a comment down below if you'd like to see some more of my fish tank antics. I said this is going to be an ongoing thing now for probably the next 2 weeks. It might actually finish me out whilst I'm finishing my Huel off to scape it and get it just how I want it to. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So anyway, thanks very much for coming back and checking out another video, and I shall see you all soon. If you've not done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give me a like. Like I said, just give me a comment as well. That'd be really appreciated. If you'd like to see some more, if you'd like to hear more of my Huel day, or if you'd like to hear more of other things that are going on, I'd really appreciate any feedback. If you've not done so, go and check out my other videos as well. Some of them are interesting, some of them aren't. I don't know. I'm still trying to learn at this, but I hope you enjoy them. So I'll catch you all later. Take care. Bye bye.